In the past few days, I have told two women dealing with abusers that they should move out of the country and change their identities for their own safety and that of their children. So whether you are a man or a woman, you may be in this situation too. So I decided to speak about the different situations you may be in to help you decide what to do to save yourself and your children. I'll talk about the issues that your children may be having as a result of the abuse. I will talk also about the hell that you go through because the legal system protects the criminal abuser and not the victims. So if you know someone in this situation, please share this video with them. Welcome back, Rise Tribe. I'm Angelica, board-certified psychotherapist. Let's break it down. In both of these situations, they are already divorced from the abusers, but the abusers still have contact because they are given visitation rights to the children by the legal system. Many of you are in this situation. I'll talk about this first, then I'll talk about the situation where you are still living with the abuser and what to do in that situation. So it's very common when the abuser is given visitation rights for the children. The courts give these criminal abusers the right to see the children that they abuse, that they may still be abusing. In my opinion, the legal system should protect victims of abuse at all costs because they suffer for their lifetime because of this abuse. You may relate to the hellish situation I'm going to tell you about. The abuser is allowed to take the toddler with him for hours during visitation. This is a child that he physically and emotionally abused. He has a restraining order to not go near or communicate with the older teen sister. However, he violated that order and spoke with her. This teen has also been physically and emotionally abused by him, severely physically and emotionally abused by him, as well as her mother. As a result, this teen has had the following symptoms of PTSD since her childhood. She has flashbacks, insomnia, anxiety, depression, lack of concentration, hypervigilance, and lack of motivation due to her insomnia. As a result, she has struggled with school. Her teachers don't understand and assume that she's just belligerent because she misses a lot of school, because she's too tired due to the insomnia caused by the flashbacks. So this child has been very frustrated because her teachers and her mother don't understand why she isn't doing well in school, why she doesn't sleep, why she's so anxious, etc. They just really don't understand what she's going through. So despite the restraining order, the father went to her school and tried to speak with her recently. Now, she was so traumatized and terrified by that. He kept texting her and calling her, and she was overwhelmed by all of that, not feeling safe anywhere. She was not safe at school, not safe at home, not safe anywhere. So she decided to run away. Is this your child? Could this be your child? Now, she came back. But then she ran away again because nothing had changed. She still felt unsafe. She then attempted suicide by OD. Very serious attempt. Now, she is now okay, but she has been given medication to sleep, and she's been possibly misdiagnosed. Now, her mother thinks that she's bipolar. Mother wonders why she's behaving like this. What's wrong with her? She's running away. I don't know her anymore. This is not her. What medication does she need? And so I said to the mother, listen, she's not bipolar. Her reaction of running away and attempting suicide are actually normal under these circumstances. She has run away because she does not feel safe anywhere. I explained that the dangers that face her on the street, like I explained to the child, the dangers that she faces on the street, and that she's very much a target for sexual exploitation, such as sex trafficking. Now, she attempted suicide because she cannot tolerate her overwhelming feelings of anxiety and fear of being attacked again by her father. And also she's overwhelmed by her depression and anxiety caused by her, and flashbacks caused by her PTSD. So, and she's not protected by anyone, least of all our legal system, which is protecting the criminal abuser. As a result, I've suggested that the only way that she will ever feel safe is if they move away from the abuser to another country or state. Now, victims often have to move to another country or state or province and change their identities in order to be safe. The teen did not want to move because teens do not like any change, even if they are in a horrible situation. Now, the mother has been wanting to move for a long time, but she didn't because her daughter didn't want to. So I explained to the daughter that this will be the only way for her to be safe. I explained that there must be a complete change in their living circumstances if things are going to change for her. Nothing can stay the same. I explained that she can continue to have contact with her friend by video, and her friend can visit them wherever they go. So she's now agreeing that this is a good idea. However, she said it's her father who should change and stop being abusive. Typical response. Okay, so I explained that her father, the abuser, has a mental illness. He is a psychopath with malignant narcissistic personality disorder, dissociative disorder, or other kind of mental illness. Okay, he will not and cannot change. It is up to the victims of abuse to change their own circumstances. Okay, you can't wait for the abuser to change. It's not going to happen. So, if you are still in an abusive situation and being severely abused physically and emotionally, or being abused emotionally, doesn't have to be physical, you may also have to move to another country or state in order to be safe. Okay, but especially if you're being physically abused, all right, it's important to leave the situation for your own safety. I say, especially if you are being physically abused, because in that case, the abuser, male or female, may be a psychopath. Okay, and so then it's even worse. The situation is even worse. The situation is even more dangerous and could be lethal. Okay, the abuse can go for murder. Okay, honestly, this is what happens. This is what we see in the news. And if you're in this situation, this can happen to you too. Okay, so it's important to leave the situation for your own safety. If you have children, you are the only one who can protect your children. It is your responsibility to protect your children. Your children need you to protect them and get them away from the abuse. Even if your children are being directly, or even if your children are not being directly abused, they are still abused just as much by witnessing you getting abused. They will suffer lifelong consequences of this abuse. They will have the same PTSD symptoms of flashbacks, anxiety, depression, insomnia, hypervigilance, lack of concentration, as if they are directly abused. Okay, the first thing to do when you decide to leave is to have a safety plan. Go to the link below in the description box, and this is the link for domestic violence. You will find the safety plan under the topics tab. Also, get useful apps to help in court under the resources tab. These are very useful apps. Okay, I can't describe them here. Just go look in the description box. One of two things happen to children in situations of abuse. They either become a victim and experience abuse in the future, or they become like the abuser and abuse others in future relationships. So don't wait for your child to run away, get addicted to drugs, get diagnosed with ADHD or whatever, be put on meds, attempt or commit suicide before you decide to leave. Find the courage to save yourself and your children. Okay, I hope you will find the courage to save yourself and your children. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Join my Facebook group for abuse survivors and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Till next time, keep rising.